Hi, I'm Kathy Schmidt. I'm the broker owner of Schmidt Realty Group. And if you're looking for a great realtor, you're in the right place. Today, I want to introduce you to my wonderful friend and colleague, Jessica Twidale. Jessica, thanks for joining me today and letting me introduce you to people.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Jessica.
Well, currently I'm, very busy enjoying my career as a realtor. Really enjoy interacting with people and helping them, solve that mystery of what they're trying to find. And we're busy. We have a couple of sons and great daughter-in-laws, and we have 5 grandkids.
That's a
So
lot.
it's a hoot. It's really fun. And our oldest is 13 and a half, and our youngest is 2 months old. So it's wonderful.
Well, I know family is everything to you. So, when your clients are looking for a place for their family, I know you're thinking about how important that home is to your family as well. So tell us a little bit about how you got into real estate.
Well, I think like with a lot of people, when, the pandemic was on, I was thinking, what do I really want to do? Like how can I make a difference and, make a living and, have fun, because I'm a go-getter. I'm an action person. So anyway, a friend of mine is a realtor, a very successful realtor. And anyway, I looked into the brokerage she's at, and of course I had the info session with Sabrina, who's our great colleague. And she could have given us, there was me and one other lady, 45 minutes, half an hour, but we talked for over 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And, even through Steve and I are going to have our 39th anniversary soon. And we've bought and sold and leased and rented the whole bit. And we just know home is so important. So anyway, after I chatted with her and you and some others, I thought, yeah, this is a fit for me. I'm gonna go for it, and I'm really glad I did.
Well, I know you've got a background also in not-for-profit. So, caregiving, supporting, and moving good causes forward has always been a big part of your life. And I know each client is its own good cause that you love to move forward. I've seen you when you say, they got the house, and I see how that just lights you up. So that's just fun for me to get to watch. So what do you love most about being a realtor?
Well, I think like last night, another deal went pending, and there's a couple of things we need to check out, but it's really understanding what people want, and then being a detective, being I don't want to say a social worker, but sometimes people think they know what they want, and then when you lay out the facts and they understand the process, then it's a bit different, and it's really cool. So it's problem solving. And I'm not a sit back and, let things happen. It's like, okay, what do we want to know? Let's get this done. And so I work on behalf of my clients. And like you said, it's a real thrill to get that done and to see people happy. And then more often than not, you make a lifelong friend.
And isn't that just an amazing privilege that we have? I know when I got into this business, I never understood that. And now I get to experience it daily. I popped off to see a past client of mine, because I was just near her place the other day, and, greeted at the door with a hug. And it was just so lovely to reconnect. And the connections we make are just so incredible.
Yes.
So what can people expect when they're working with you? What's sort of your approach?
Well, I've heard other colleagues say this, but it's all about educating people on the process, and that it's, some things are the law. We have to work within those. But I think I know I'm a direct person, but I'm also kind and gentle when needed, and tough when, I'm trying to get information for people. It's very interesting how many organizations and so on are wonderful, and then how many are just like, they don't think they owe you the information when they really do. And so I fight for my clients. Yeah, I'm good at this.
Well, you're a great advocate. You're a really strong advocate for your clients. I think if someone's looking for someone to be in their corner and advocate for them and not let something go if they need an answer, you'd be very well served to connect with Jessica for sure. So what are one or two things that people always ask you when they find out that you're in real estate?
Oh, I just this week, somebody said to me, well, how can you stand being on call 24/7? And I said, I'm not. Like, I really work with respectful people who understand that I have a life and they have a life, and we've right off the bat respect those boundaries. And people are lately asking, oh, is it really slow? And actually, it's really busy. I've been talking with a friend for years about different things, and she called me Friday and said, okay, we're not just having dinner together, we're literally looking for a place for me going forward. And I said, okay, I'll get some information together. And I think it's about trust. And my whole work experience has been, as you say, working on behalf of people and organizations to move things forward. So I don't work 24/7. I have really healthy boundaries so I can enjoy my family. And did I mention I have 5 grandkids? Like, I want to spend time with them.
Absolutely. And the beauty is, of course, if someone does need something and you are, busy with a family commitment, you have a group of colleagues ready to step up and assist if need be as well. So, it's right. I think, the 24/7 is really not what most people are expecting. It's not realistic. And you want a realtor who's rested and able to actually be mentally sharp, thinking about the important things that you want them to be thinking about, for sure. Yeah. So when you're not working, what do you love to do?
Family,
of course.
Yes, family. I volunteer with Special Olympics, the track and field group. We love music. Steve and I went with our friends Barb and Ed to Blue Rodeo the other day, and we love concerts. We love that type of thing. And hopefully we can get back traveling. We like those things where we can chill, but we really love to dance and all those things. So our grandkids love to dance. Although sometimes the little ones are like, they go to grandpa, not grandma. They love grandpa. But if grandpa's not around, then I'm pretty good.
Well, that's Steve here on the guitar, right? So
that's Steve on the guitar, and that's our grandson Crew, who's 4 years old. So we went to his preschool. They were doing a series of musical instruments. And so I volunteered Steve because he's played guitar and enjoyed it for a long time. And we had fun. Crew didn't necessarily think it was cool Grandma and Grandpa were singing and dancing, but the rest of the kids did.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I think that picture of you and Steve and your grandson really kind of sums up, your approach to life. It's, like, seize the day, embrace the day, live large, help people, be kind. Those are the things I think of when I think of Jessica.
That's true. That is so true. And also, in an effort to do that, I've really enjoyed that I have colleagues that I can, ask a question. I have 100 and some years of experience behind me. So I never feel like this job's a burden.
Never. I mean, I still ask colleagues questions, right? Because I've been doing this a long time, but there's always new twists and turns, and just having that second opinion from a colleague we trust in that whole collaborative environment that we all enjoy is so wonderful. So, well, thanks for spending a few minutes of your precious busy day. Congratulations on the pending sale, and to you and your clients from last night. And if you're looking to connect with a great realtor, Jessica would definitely be someone that you would enjoy working with. You'd have a lot of fun, and you'd have a very strong advocate. So have a great day. We'll catch you another time. And Jessica, I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you, Kathy.